Am I audible to all of you in the chat section? I'm waiting for some response. To all of you, please reply in the live chat section so that we shall begin with today's live event. Okay, I can see hi's. Hello, hello. Just let me know if I'm also audible. Okay, finally a yes. All right. So thank you so much for your responses, and I'm really grateful to all of you who are joining in for this live session. Thank you so much for joining in today. Right. So I'm Sakshi Kaushik, the founder of Mind Review, and let me give you a little brief about what exactly Mind Review is. So Mind Review for me, it's a dream project that aims at bridging the gap between society and mental health. We are doing our best to promote mental health, create awareness about mental health, and to educate the world about what is mental health, about psychology, and so much more. So if you wish to know more about us, if you wish to know more about Mind Review, you can check out our website, that is www.mindreview.in, and you can also have a look at our Instagram page, that is at the rate Mind Review 1. So I've left the links in the description box below. Once the live event is over, you can check out our website as well as our Instagram page. I would be all the more happy to receive your DMs and to receive all the comments from you. All right, so people are joining in. Thank you so much. Hello to everyone who has joined in, and thank you for letting me know that I'm audible. All right. So, if there is somebody who has attended some of the webinars or live events that I have, hosted in the past, they must be knowing that I always begin by telling people what is mental health and why is mental health important. Now, the basic reason of why I do this is because in the scenario of promoting mental health, somewhere we lose the essence of what exactly is mental health, right? So, therefore, I will give you a very, very brief introduction to what is mental health. So, mental health refers to a state of psychological well-being. These are the three states to which to. And why is mental health important? Now, this is very important, right? Mental health, it helps if we have a good mental health. It affects our everyday behavior. It affects our thinking patterns. It affects our relationship with other people around us. It affects our daily activities. And if there is something which is affecting so many things in our lives, then it must be important, right? And it becomes all the more important to take care of this precious entity called mental health. Right. So, hello, everyone. Yeah. So, this is what mental health is all about, and this is what the importance of mental health is. Now, I would at this point of time, also like to take the opportunity to tell you all about some general warning signs, some general warning signs that might alert you that probably you or someone around you needs to seek help of a mental health professional ASAP, that is immediately. Basically every disorder, they have their own signs, they have their own symptoms, and only qualified mental health professionals can basically tell you the symptoms and the signs. But then we have some general warning signs which will help you know that it is time to visit a mental health professional. So listen to this carefully, and if you all are listening to me carefully, drop in a thumbs up, drop in a hi, or any emoji that you find in your chat box. So the warning signs are as follows: a drastic change in personality. There might be a change in the eating patterns or in the sleeping patterns or in both of them. Excessive use of alcohol or drug abuse, right? There might be very high levels of anger, hostility, or violence. Okay, I can see some thumbs up. I'm so happy. All right. So then more, there could be people talking about suicide or harming themselves. And these are very important warning signs that you should never ignore. Another warning signs also include, inability to cope with the daily activities, excessive anxieties. So, these are some of the warning signs that would alert you that it is high time that you should visit a mental health professional, right? So, let me have a look at some comments. Wow, thank you so much, Miss Mampi Saha. Thank you for this lovely comment. I'm really happy to see this, and I will always be available for talking about mental health. Right. So now let us begin with our topic for which you all are over here, that is mental fitness. So I'll begin by telling you all what is mental fitness and why is it important to be mentally fit. And finally, I have very interesting things, some 5 very interesting things that you can do to remain mentally fit, right? So, what is mental fitness? Mental fitness is a phase where you keep your mental health in a good shape. I repeat, mental fitness is a phase where you keep your mental health in a good shape, and it refers to a state of well being where you have a positive sense of how you feel, of how you think, and of how you act or how you behave. So, this is what mental fitness basically refers to. And now, some people, ask that why is mental fitness important? Or, why is being mentally fit important? What is the significance of this concept? So, let me tell you the importance of mental fitness. So, mental fitness would help you to get a clarity of thoughts. Mental fitness would help you to increase your self esteem. Mental fitness would help you in improving your mood, and it will also help you in providing a clearer thinking and having good social relationships. So, all in all, mental fitness is important so that you can have a good mental health, so that you can take care of this precious entity called mental health, right? Hello to the people who are joining in. We are just discussing about what is mental fitness, why is mental fitness important to us. And we just finished this discussion of mental fitness being so important for our mental health, of mental fitness helping us improve our mental health. At this point, I would like to give you a small example, a very small example, right? And this is, we all take care of our physical health, don't we? We all look after our physical health, especially in times like this, where we are in the middle of a pandemic and coronavirus has hit us. We are taking care of our physical health even more. we are, taking supplements or multivitamins or doing some or the other things to increase our immunity. And why are we doing this? Why are we increasing our immunity? So that our physical health remains in shape. But my question to you is, are you doing something for your mental health? Are you doing something to keep your mental health in shape? So, I believe that 21 people over here are definitely interested to do something for their mental health, and that is the reason why they are attending this webinar on mental fitness. So, let us begin with the five activities, the five very interesting activities and things that you can do to take care of your mental health, to keep your mental health in a good shape, and to get that mental fitness. So, the first, all right, if you all are ready to listen to the activities, drop in thumbs up or drop in any emoji that you get. If you are ready to listen to those things, I'm waiting for some comments in the live chat. Okay, I can see one thumbs up. Thank you. I can see more coming in. All right. Thank you for all of these lovely emojis, everybody. All right. So I believe now everybody is ready and let us begin. So the very first thing that you can do to have mental fitness and maintain good mental health is now you must be wondering what sort of activities, what activities she tell us to do now, right? By activities, I mean the activities that bring to you a sense of calmness, the activities that bring to you a sense of peace. So these activities can be very different from everyone, right? Since each one of us are unique in our own ways, each one of us would have individual differences because we are unique. Therefore, the activities we like doing can also be different for you and for me and for other people who are in this live today, right? So, you need to identify what are those activities that bring to you a sense of peace, a sense of calmness, right? You need to identify those activities for you. It might be painting, it might be dancing, it might be singing, it might be just sitting in your balcony and enjoying the nature, it might be listening to songs, it might be cooking, it might be eating, it might be, sitting with a family and talking with them. Anything. It can be so much, right? We are so unique in our own ways. So these activities would also be unique, right? So I'll share something very personal with you all today. The thing and the activities that bring a sense of calmness and a sense of peace for me, especially for me, is two things. And these two things are plugging in my earplugs and listening to music. And while I listen to music, I like to paint, I like to draw mandalas, I like to do coloring. So, this is an activity that brings a sense of me. And I would also like to show it to you. This is a mandala that I created. I hope it's visible to all of you. Right, this is a mandala that I created a few weeks back. And this activity can be anything, as simple as this mandala, as simple as sitting in your balcony and seeing the birds chirping, as simple as sitting with your friends or family. So, any activity that you love doing, any activity that brings a sense of calmness to you, note that down somewhere in your mobile phone or anywhere, that today I need to think about an activity which brings a sense of calmness to me. And once you get that activity, start practicing it for your own mental health and for your own mental fitness, right? So, this was the first one, practicing the activities that you love and that bring a sense of calmness to you. Now, let us come to our second thing. The second thing that you can do to maintain your mental health in a good shape and to attain mental fitness. It is referred to as self reflection. So, I believe that you all must be aware of what reflection is. घर में शीशा होता है ना, the mirror in front of which we get ready, we see ourselves and we see how we are looking. That mirror reflects our image, right? It reflects exactly how we are looking, exactly how we are dressed up. And what is the concept of self reflection? Self reflection is where we act as a mirror for our own selves, where we act as a mirror for our own thoughts, where we observe our own thoughts, our own feelings, and whatever is going on in this big yet small world called mind, right? So it is very important to, sit with your thoughts, to sit with your feelings, to regulate what you are thinking, to have a look and understand what are you feeling at this moment, what are your thought processes going on like. And it is important to sit with your problems as well, and think that it is all right. It is all right that I'm going through this phase, but this shall too pass away. This phase shall also pass away. So, this is what self reflection is. And at this point, I would also like to, share one activity with you. Again, don't say that Sakshi is giving so many activities to us, she will burden us with work. But this is your personal choice. I'm just sharing these activities. If you like any one of them, if you feel that yes, this is something that I can do, then please go ahead with it. So, the activity that I'm going to share is regarding the circle of control. This is a very important activity that you can do for self reflection. It is referred to as the circle of control. I shall now show it to you. Okay, mirror image dikh rahi hai, right? A mirror image is being shown to all of you, but then I hope you can understand this. So, what exactly we do in this circle of control is you take a plain sheet of paper and you draw a circle on it. Now, not necessary that you draw a circle with a full equipments. You can also draw it freehand. So, you take a plain sheet of paper, you draw a circle over it, and inside the circle, what you have to write inside the circle is the things that are in your control, right? ये जो सर्कल आप देख रहे हैं, inside this circle you will write all the things that you feel are in your control. ठीक है? And outside the circle, the places which are outside the circle, you will write all the things that you feel are not in your control. Something that you cannot control, something that you do not have any control over. Now for me, I have written down, let me share so that आप लोगों को थोड़ा और अच्छे से समझ आ जाए what this activity is all about. First of all, the activity's name is control circle. You draw a circle inside that wherein we had to write the things that you can control. So for me, the things that I can control according to me is my words, my actions, my opinions about my own selves, right? My behavior. These are some of the things that I feel I can control, and these are things that are absolutely in my control. And when we talk about outside, outside the circle, the things that are not in control, for me, the things that are not in our control would be other people's actions, other people's opinions about me, other people's behavior. I cannot control them, right? Neither can I control their thought processes. What I can control is my own thoughts, my own actions, my own beliefs about myself. So, this is a small activity that you can do for self reflection. When you draw the circle of control, you write down and this will take time. Don't think कि बस 5 मिनट का या 2 मिनट का काम है. This will take time, and this needs time. Why does this need time? Because this is something that you are doing for yourself. This is something that you are doing for yourself, and you need to give time to it, right? So, inside the circle, you write things that you think are in your control. Outside, you write things that you think are not in your control. And then, what you have to do is fold this paper like this. And what do you see? You see that all the things that were not in my control have been folded, and all the things that are in my control are visible to me. So now on, I will just focus on what is in my control and not focus anything about what is not in my control. I'll just cut off these paper, right? With this, will go off the things that are not in my control, and I will stop worrying about this. At least by this activity, you would get to know what is in your control and what are the things that, right? And when this would happen, your your energy would be focused totally on what is in your control, right? So let me have a look at the comment section. Thank you so much for these comments. I really appreciate that you are liking the activities, and I also, hope that once this event is over, you will also practice them. And सिर्फ आज के लिए नहीं, on everyday basis or at least on a weekly basis. Right. So, two things we have discussed till now. The first one was activities that bring to you a sense of peace and calmness. The second one was having a session of self reflection with yourself, within which we also discussed about a small activity called the control circle. Now, let us move on to the third and something related to self reflection only, which is referred to as mindfulness. I hope almost everyone over here or most of you would have heard about the term mindfulness. Right. So let me tell you once again what basically it means, right? It basically means that even on a very busy day, right? We all have some days where we are very busy, where we do not get time and we just feel कि हाँ आज तो बहुत ज़्यादा थकाने वाला दिन था, I don't want to do anything now. But it is important to remember that even on a very busy day, you take time out for your own self to practice some relaxation techniques. And mindfulness is a relaxation technique that you can practice very easily, very nicely, that would definitely bring to you a sense of peace and a sense of inner peace, if I have to be more specific about it. Right. So, being mindful is important for you. Practicing mindfulness is important, but some people then say that ये तो बहुत मुश्किल काम है. I mindfulness is very difficult, or it will take extra time out of my schedule, and I do not have that much time. My schedule is very packed, very busy. I do not have that much time कि मैं activity भी करूँ, मैं फिर self reflection भी करूँ, मैं mindfulness भी करूँ. So my reply to those people would be that you can accompany your activities along with mindfulness, or anything that you do on your everyday basis, you can accompany that with mindfulness. Let me give you a very small example of how you can do that, or how you can associate your everyday things with mindfulness. So, most of you would be drinking tea or coffee. या पानी तो सब पीते ही होंगे, right? Everybody drinks water. I don't think anybody is here who doesn't drink water, right? So everybody drinks water. But how often do we drink water mindfully? हमारे को लगता है that I'm thirsty, I want water, I want to go and drink water. So I go to my kitchen or wherever my water bottle is. I pick up this water bottle, right? I open it, or I fill in my glass and I drink it and I keep it back and I come back. That's what we do. But how often do we mindfully drink it? Taking that water, while you are drinking it, you realize that how this water is changing your mood. How is it going through within your body? How does it taste like? I know water doesn't have any taste, but how does it feel like when you drink it, right? Or for tea or coffee lovers, when you drink tea, you just sip the first sip and then you sip everything out, right? But try drinking it mindfully, holding the cup, how the grip of that cup feels on your finger, and the sip that you have of tea or coffee or any other beverage. How does it feel like? How does it taste like on your tongue? And how does it go further in your body? That's exactly what you do in being mindful. Being mindful is being in the present. Whatever you do by being in the present moment, in the here and now. The last webinar that we had was on getting a clarity of thoughts. And over there, we discussed about being in the here and now. So if anybody is there from the last webinar, you all must be, remembering that if you do. So this is what mindfulness is all about. And drink it mindfully, and the next day you forget all about it. That's not how this works, right? We have to take small, small steps in health for our mental fitness on a daily basis. So try doing it. It can be as simple as walking here and there. And as I mentioned, you can also associate it with your activities. So the activity that I love doing, that when I associate mindfulness with it, when I draw it with a pen or a sketch pen, when I draw it, I will be mindful of how the pen's grip is feeling on my finger, how each circle is being formed, how the impression of this pen is going on this paper. And that's how I can be mindful while doing this small activity that brings a sense of calmness to me. So, do you all, find mindfulness a little interesting? And are you still hearing? I need to see thumbs up once again to ensure that you all are hearing, and your phone is not kept here and there, and you are just roaming. So, send me some emojis so that I know that you are hearing me out. Okay, I got emojis. So happy that you are hearing. Thank you for these emojis. Yes, water memory. Yes, absolutely. Water memory. All right, I can see these emojis. Thank you so much. So, three things we have discussed: activities, self reflection, and being mindful. The fourth, my personal favorite, very interesting thing that I would like to share with you. But before that, एक चीज पूछनी है आप लोगों से. I need to ask something from you, right? This is a cup that I have over here. ठीक है, this is a cup, closed है. You cannot see whether something is inside it or it is totally empty, right? So somebody comes to me and they ask me that, listen Sakshi, do you have water in this? So I open it. I'll also show you all what is there inside. Just see if you can. What is there inside? You all can see, right? क्या है इसके अंदर या क्या नहीं है इसके अंदर, right? So I am trying to pour something from my cup into another person's cup. I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm still trying, पर कुछ आ नहीं रहा इसमें से. Nothing is coming out of this cup. Can you tell me why? I want to see responses. Can you tell me why nothing is coming out of this cup? I cannot pour anything from this cup. Come on, I need to see the responses. I'm waiting. I'll not move ahead till I see at least one response. Why anything is not coming out of this cup? Just see this cup once again. And nothing is coming out. Because it's empty. Yes. And I was waiting for this response. Absolutely. So you all must have heard of that proverb, right? You cannot pour from an empty cup. Nothing is there inside it, therefore, I'm not able to pour it. Similar is the case with us. We have something known as emotional currency. Not that paise wala currency, but emotional currency and an emotional battery. When that emotional battery gets discharged, or when that emotional currency is over, just like this empty cup, that is the time where we cannot give anything to other people from our side in terms of emotions, in terms of empathy, in terms of love, in terms of any other thing that exists in this world, right? So, therefore, introducing to you the fourth thing that you can do to maintain mental fitness, to maintain your mental health in a good shape, and that is self care. Yes, just like this small demonstration that I did right now, that nothing can be poured out of an empty cup, similarly, it is important that you nourish your own self. You take breaks You take breaks so that you can recharge your own self. And why is this important? This is important because we live in a society. We live in a society where we need to interact with other people, where we need to fulfill certain duties and certain responsibilities that are associated with our roles. Right? Everybody has responsibility. Even a small child has a responsibility of obeying their parents. Right? So, in order to do those duties, in order to interact with people around us, what we need to do is take appropriate breaks, and we also need to recharge our own battery. We also need to fill our own cups, right? So, this is exactly what self care is. Now, many people also say that self care is being selfish. Whenever somebody asks you to do some work, you say, no, I won't do because I am on my self care mode. That's not the fact. Self care is not selfish. Self care is instead something that you are doing for yourself so that you can be available for other people around you, so that your interactions, your relationships with other people around you remains intact, remains well. So if I had water in this cup during that time when some person came and asked me, I could have poured it. But why didn't I have water? Because मैं खड़ी नहीं हुई, मैंने इस ग्लास को भर के लाया नहीं. I did not go and fill up this glass with water. And that is the reason why I couldn't give water to the other person. Similar is the case with you. If you wouldn't take time out for yourself, if you wouldn't do things that bring happiness to you at least once in a while, then you wouldn't be able to be available for other people or the loved ones that care for you and for whom you care. I can see some comments. Emotional currency, some of the beautiful rare words which we don't find anywhere. Absolutely, I absolutely agree with you. This is something nobody talks about. Emotional currency, emotional battery, all of these terms are important. We need to focus on it a lot. I wanted to talk all about self care. That is an act of nourishing yourself. Anything that recharges yourself would be self-care. Anything that recharges yourself would be self-care. Self-care can also be different for you, different for me, and different for others who are attending this live today. Right? So, therefore, identify what you like, identify what brings that sense of calmness, what boosts your energy up, and do that in a while. Do that for yourself, not for anybody else, but for yourself at least, and for your own mental health. So, four things we have covered till now. The first one, activities. The second one, self reflection. The third one, mindfulness. And the fourth one that we just did right now with this red cup demonstration and emotional currency, that was referred to as self care. Right? Okay, video is lagging. I guess yes. In YouTube Live, the video does lag sometimes. I'm really sorry if that is going on right now. But I hope you are able to hear me, right? Okay, there's a question popped in. Please explain what is mindfulness. Yes, I would do that. See, we just talked about mindfulness, that is, taking time out for yourself where you practice to be in the present moment. Mindfulness is all about being in the present moment. Like sometimes what happens is we are drinking tea, but we are thinking about something that happened with us, or we are thinking about something that is going to happen, or maybe our exam, maybe an interview, or any other thing. So that is when we are not in the present moment. We are thinking about certain things about past or certain things about the future. But mindfulness is being in the present moment, thinking about what is happening right now at the moment in your mind, with your body, and with the other sensations that are associated with it. That is exactly what mindfulness is, right? It's not necessarily meditation. Absolutely, a very good point. It's not necessarily meditation. Being mindful can be as simple as you are walking and you are mindful about it. that how your foot is going on the floor or on the park, anywhere, right? So this is what mindfulness is, not necessarily that typical meditation that we have done. So shall I move on to the fifth point now? I'm waiting for some comments if you have understood mindfulness or not. And shall I move on to the fifth point now? Drop in some comments. Have you all gone or what? Okay, yes. Finally, I can see those comments and get that reassurance that all my lovely audience is over here, right here. All right, right. So we have discussed four things. Now let us move on to the fifth, the most important thing that you can do for being mentally fit and maintaining a good mental health. Reach out for help. Now, most of you who have been following me on Instagram or YouTube for a long time might know that I keep preaching this. Reach out for help, seek help if help is needed. Only then we'll be able to break the stigma. But this is important. We need to address this issue. Sometimes situations around us, they do get overwhelming. Sometimes we are not able to handle our everyday activities despite self reflection, despite doing being mindful and that we love. There are times where we feel helpless, where we feel that nahi ho raha ab, I'm not able to handle this anymore. Then you should definitely reach out for help. Kiski help now? The help of mental health professionals. At this point, I would like to share a very, very small thing with all of you, right? In fact, you can call it a small experiment that I tried doing. What happens is, see, again, I'm citing an example that's related to coronavirus. I'm not fascinated by it, but I would like to cite this example very nicely. What I tried doing was, even you can try this out. Ask a 10-year-old or 12-year-old, or maybe somebody who is in their teenage, or somebody who is around 30 to 40 years, an adolescent or an old aged person. What you can try doing is that you ask them, what is coronavirus? You just ask them the simple question, what is? They would for sure give you some response. Kuch na kuch they will definitely give. That, coronavirus is a virus, or some people also tell us that it is very hazardous for us. It is affecting a lot of lives. It gives us a lot of symptoms. First question. The second question that you would ask is, what are the symptoms of telling that if I have coronavirus or not? Kya symptoms hote initially? They will also try to tell that. Sometimes they might tell ki there are asymptomatic people also. They would also tell ki there is fever, there is cough, cold, and all of those associated things, problems in breathing, and all of those things. So they would be able to tell you the symptoms. They would also be able to tell you what is coronavirus. And then you ask them about what is mental health. या फिर you can also ask them मनोविज्ञान क्या होता है. ठीक है? Ask them what is mental health या फिर मनोविज्ञान क्या होता है. So there would be three groups of people. One group who doesn't know anything about it, who would be speechless, बोलेंगे नहीं पता, I don't know what it is. One group who would have some vague ideas about it that our media is portraying, or some things that they will have. And one group of people who would know exactly what mental health is all about, what the discipline of psychology is all about. But this group of people, the group of people who will know what mental health is, this group of people is very low. The percentage of this group of people is very low. And this is something that I tried doing. And what does this reflect? Coronavirus is something that recently came in for the past 1 year or past 1.5 years, right? But people know about it. Why do they know about it? because we have created so much awareness about it. The TV channels, the media channels, the Prime Minister himself, we as students, our parents, our relatives, everybody talks about coronavirus. It has become a pandemic for us, and it is affecting so many lives that everybody is talking about coronavirus, and somehow everybody has an idea of what it is. But the case with mental health is not many people are talking about it in the right manner. I would say people are talking about it, but not many people are talking about it in the right manner. So this is something that you can do. You can ask today, or you can do this activity someday at your place, and you will see that we lack awareness in the field of mental health. And that is the reason why people are being afraid to reach out for help, where people are fearing that what if I go to a mental health professional and people do not give me job, or people do not talk to me, or people feel that I'm not a good person. These are so many myths that are associated with mental health, and what we need to do is break all of these myths one by one together. So are you in it? Are you willing to break the stigma that's associated with mental health? Let me know, are you in it or not? And are you ready to accept mental health as being primary importance in our lives? Drop in your views in the comment section, the live chat that we have right now. Yes, I can see this. Yes. And I'm so happy with this. Yes. Even if I'm able to, convey my message to one person through today's live, I would feel that this live has been successful. I would be happy even if one person realizes the importance of taking care of their mental health, of ending the stigma that's related to mental health, and also educating others around them about mental health. Again, I can see so many yes. Thank you so much, everyone, who are dropping in your views. And thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to each one of you for all these yes. And yes, mental health is so important. Absolutely. So, this was the fifth point of maintaining your mental fitness, that is, reach out for help. Mental health professionals are there. And there are some people who feel that money is a barrier, who feel that I want to reach out for help, I want to seek help of a mental health professional, but somewhere money is coming in between as a barrier which is stopping me. If that is the case with you, if you feel that money is becoming a barrier, then my dear people, please listen out. There are a lot of NGOs, a lot of organizations, and a lot of individual, private practicing psychologists who are either offering their services at a very nominal price, or are also offering their services for free of cost, especially during this pandemic. They want us to realize the importance of mental health. They want us to feel what it likes to be in a therapy session and talk it out with someone. So I also wanted to share at this point. Let me have a look in a. People never talk about mental health. Yes, but I guess 22 people over here, including me, are talking about it, and that's a lot. And I believe that all of you would also share the word ahead. But in our society, very large number of people are not aware of mental health. That's very sad part. Absolutely, a lot of people, are not aware of it. A lot of people do not even know what the discipline of psychology is all about, or have some vague ideas about it. But what is our job then? To make them aware. First educate yourself, get the right kind of information, and then pass it on to other people. Okay? It's not just preaching mental health is important, but what is also important is letting them know why it is important and how it can help them. We humans, we are greedy people. We'll focus on anything which is beneficial for us. So let them know why mental health is important and what benefits mental health can bring to them if they take care of their mental health on an everyday basis, and then see how they also take care of their mental health. True, yes. Okay, thank you so much for these comments. And Thank you so much to each one of you who is, in fact, there till now and attending this live session. And I hope that you do have some takeaways. We discussed the 5 things that you can do, the activities, being mindful, self reflection that you can do. With that, we did a circle of control. Try that at your houses as well. And we also talked about self care. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So, first, refill yourself, recharge yourself so that you can have conversations with other people, right? And you can take care of other people around you. And also, lastly, reach out for help if you require, right? So, this is what I wanted to share in today's live event. Thank you to each one of you who have joined in today, right? Once. And if we try to give them some information they don't understand, they just let them go and laugh at each other. That's our society. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. There are many people who would, even troll you that kya ye to har bari mental health की बात करते रहते हैं and all of these things. But we do not need to lose that hope. We need to keep trying on, taking our small little steps. We are a community, all the 24 people, 30 people who are over here today. We are a community of strong people who would spread the word across that mental health important hai. Mental health deserves that priority in your lives. And I hope that you all would do that too on my behalf, right? And if you would do that, drop in some thumbs up, drop in some comments, drop in some views stating that yes, you are willing to bring the change along with me. So, this was all about today's live event. Thank you so much for attending. And I would be really grateful, if you could share the word across with your friends, your families, and anybody whom you know in this world. This is our YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel of Mind Review, where I personally post videos that are related to psychology, educational videos. I believe in providing free and quality education to anyone and everyone who wishes to explore the discipline of psychology. So, if you are somebody who wishes to study psychology, please make sure you give a look at my channel and give it a subscribe if you want to attend future live events like these, if you want to bring about a change in our society. You can also check and follow me at Instagram. Link again in the description. And we have our name as username as Mind Review 1. So you can follow us there to receive some informations and enhance your information about mental health, right? And you can have a look at our website. आखिरी चीज है that I'm telling you to do. Have a look at our website www.mindreview.in. I regularly post some blogs over there that are related to mental health once again. So mental health is important. Break the stigma. And this would be our slogan. Break the stigma. Let me have a look on the comments. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you found the session useful. Thank you so much. But changes must begin at our home first, but our family members are very less aware. Yes, I second your thought. Let us start making aware. ठीक है? What we can start doing is, first step, educate yourself. ठीक है? Gain information for yourself. पहले खुद देखो what is mental health, क्या होता है. Receive some quality information on it. Second thing, the people you are living with, educate them. Third, go on, educate the society and your friends, right? Thank you. Happy to hear all these comments. Thank you so much. And yes, that's it for today's live session. Meet you in another interesting live event that would be hosted by Mind Review. Do subscribe our channel, follow us on Instagram, check out the blogs, end the stigma related to mental health. And guys, educate yourself as much as you can. Thank you. Have a good day and bye-bye.